Hey, so this is just a revisit to when I hyperfixated on stop animation, and I discovered articulated dolls that were also Monster High dolls, and they were the children of my monsters that I grew up with. So there's this whole nostalgia thing. Plus, I didn't really play with these kinds of dolls, like Barbies or whatever, when I was younger. So I totally got to get into it with this. Draculaura, don't forget, she is a vampire, so she can materialize out of nowhere, and she's got magical powers. Okay, just so you know, for future reference of that. And yeah, so this was one of the ones. I did include this little remake video that is coming up next. So check it out. Tell me what you think. And then there's a couple other ones on there too if you want to see. Okay, enjoy. Bye.
Hi. I had some curious peeps wondering how I made my cake video, so I thought I would just give a little quick demonstration. So I start with using my backdrop binders. There's 3 here. One here, one across the back there, and another one for the kitchen. And those are handy because you can fold them up and stick them away on your bookshelf when you're done, which works for my space. So anyways, this is the kitchen, and I just made the stove and the fridge out of duct tape. And so far there's nothing in the fridge, but I think I might remake one so that I can put my cakes in there so they don't get rotten. And yeah, so what I do usually is I have these 2 pieces of, I don't know, they're 1x2s or something, and I rest them across, where were they? I rest them across the top of my backdrop binders, my walls, and I usually use 2, because then for more complex scenes, I use invisible thread, which you'll have to trust me that it's there, and on this popsicle stick. And then I just wrap the invisible thread underneath the doll's arms, like so, and kind of use like marionette style method, I guess. So I have those hanging, and I also use sticky tack. No, she's not gonna say anything. Sticky tack to make sure that my thing doesn't move around. My what do you call this thing? Popsicle stick? Or electrician's tape works good because it sticks, but then you can take it off again. So there she's standing. Hello. And then it's just a matter of like move them a little bit, take a picture. Move them a little bit, take a picture. Move them a little bit, take a picture. And for the cake scenes, I actually needed to make several different versions of the cake. So I had one that was just like the unglazed cake that was in the stove or the oven. And then for the icing, when Frankie starts icing, then I had the first iced bit of cake. And I just used hot glue gun and then colored it in with a permanent marker, which was handy, and gave it the nice glossy shine. And this is phase 2. And when I was shooting, I also rotated a bit so that the camera angle was picking up different parts of it, so it looked like she was glazing it. This is the 3rd cake. And then the fully glazed clay cake. Looks pretty tasty. And then when Draculaura comes in with the crazy knife, I had the first cut cake. So it was the first shot was this cake, and then her knife coming down, and then the second shot was, this cake with the knife through it. And then the quarter pieces of the cake. And then I have this one cake over here. Oh, I don't know if my fingers are covering that. There you go. So this is this individual piece cake. And yeah, it took a little bit of time, but I multitask, so I get it done. And so yeah, every time she cut a segment of the quarter, I just replaced it with a couple of these until the whole cake was cut. And that's pretty much it. So it's quite the process, but I really liked how it turned out. There's lots of little things that I would have changed because for some reason when I was editing, when I was just putting it into the program, I noticed that there was this random stick sitting in the stove. I don't know what the heck that was doing in there. And also, I kind of cut corners on the shelf in the back, so you can totally see in the video, now that I'm going to point it out to you, maybe you'll see it now, that the side of the thing was poking out. These are little things that were bothering me, but whatever. They're little. And then these little bits here, I made this. I just made it out of cut foam and stuck some glue in the center and colored it in. And then same with the little wooden spoon I put a little bit on there. Oh, that's another thing that I would have changed, because I did have a wooden spoon without it. So there's a part where she licks the spoon, and after the thought, I was thinking I should have switched the spoon so it looked like she licked that little bit off. But again, after the fact. This is just a bottle cap. I just used it for when she's icing the cake, something that she can put it on. And the rest I actually got when I bought Heath Burns. I was looking everywhere for the male monster dolls, and they're hard to find, man. So I had to get him in a set. It was him and Abby Abdominal, and it was a cooking class set. So they came with like this awesome little mixer and this little measuring cup, and there's a spoon and some other monster bowl of something. So I just put those in the background. Oh, and a pie. And then, and it came with this little mitt that I totally forgot that I had, and I made one. But I guess it's okay that I made one, because I wanted to make like a nice big apron. The Monster Hive ones, that the aprons that the Monster Hive came with, they're just the little short aprons, and I get a lot of mess on this part of me, so I think those kinds of aprons are best. So I made that, and this goes with it, the little glove.
Et c'est comme ça qu'a commencé l'histoire où l'on retrouve Galilée. Mais l'histoire d'un géant dans la forêt, nous, on n'a pas compris du tout. Mais on y va, car demain on va tous marcher. Boussole, gourde et sac à dos. Au soir tout le monde est dodo.